How you doing, guys? Today we're going to do a tutorial on how to get your rig to begin mining on idle. So the reason that you would want this is essentially if you want your rig to start mining cryptocurrency whilst your rig is idle. It's good. Also, if you have other people's computers that you've got set up. So a good example of this is my partner. I built a rig for her, and I told her the condition of me building it was that she'd have to run CryptoMiner whilst it's not doing anything. And she said that's fine. So basically, this is a way to automatically do it without leaving your computer and then starting up your miner. So normally, what you would have to do is you would have to get a miner yourself. So for example, I'm going to bunch them in here. I'll just go Team Red Miner because that's what I normally use. In here, you've got all of your different types of algos, your different setups, and all your different batch files. Normally, you would just click on edit the batch file you want, and then click on it, and then that would run until you close it. But of course, you need to manually open it for that to happen. As an example, I've got one here that I use all the time. This is my one. This is Team Red Miner mining Casper currently at the moment, with all my different batch files and wallet address and everything all set up. So that's all ready to go. So once you do have this ready to go, we will go to this taskbar and we'll type in task scheduler right here because I've already been using it. So mine's already set up, but what we would normally do is you would go to create new task, and then you will get a window that looks kind of like this. So this is for setting up what is our task. So as you can see, here's also a bunch of other different tasks that Windows has automatically put on, a bunch of stuff just like checking for installers and whatever else. So in here, we're just going to change the name. So I've kept mine to Casper Mining. I've also made it so that it only runs when I'm logged in, just in case there is another person who logs into the computer. We then have your triggers. So your triggers in here you can change. You can have it on schedule, log on, startup, idle, whatever you want to do. So I obviously just want mine idle, so I keep it how it is. And just make sure that you don't go repeat tasks, because otherwise you'll start opening up multiple instances of your miner, which will affect your hash rate. Next we'll go start action. So normally you go new, I'll just go edit. So the action we want to start is obviously open up the miner itself. Problem is though, is that you can't actually open up a batch file as part of Task Scheduler. It's expecting to see either a script or it's expecting to see a program. A bat is neither of those. So what you have to do instead is you have to get the Task Scheduler to open up command prompt or CMD. So if you just locate CMD in your System32 file and just direct it towards that. If not, you should be able to copy this and it should be the same, but just double check. You'll be able to check later on to see if this is correct. If it's not, you can go back and find it and change it. Next would be to add your arguments. So this is actually how you start your batch file, because this is what it will see to be able to then open up the batch file. So the first thing you can do is go /B/C and then start. You can then add a commas or a title using these commas here. So I've just gone start Casper, and then the file itself is called Casper.batch. So you just put that into there as well. And the last thing you need to do is you need to direct it to where you want to open. So this is the file location here. So where are we? So this is in miners Team Red version 10.9, which is this one here. And then it's told to start Casper batch, which if we go into here, so we go start capture batch, which is this one here. Sweet. So that's set up, that's fine. We go OK. And then we go to the next options. So this is where it asks for how long it wants to wait before it starts mining. So in this case, it starts mining if the computer is idle for 1 minute, and while it's waiting for idle, just doesn't wait, it just does whatever it needs to. You can also have it to stop the computer if it ceases to be idle, so you can just have it automatically stop. I prefer to keep it running just in case, like I turn it on and it's like, oh, I just bumped like my computer by accident. It happens, so that's fine. You can also have it make sure that it doesn't turn on if you are running it off a laptop. So if it is like a laptop that you're working on, you can make sure it doesn't stop that. And I also have it so that it only starts up while there's a network connection, so it's not just sitting there the whole time, wasting power, doing all that kind of stuff. Other things as well, you need to make sure that it has allowed tasks to be run on demand. If this isn't on, it won't actually start the task. The rest I've just turned off. And then also in here, one thing you can do if you are having issues is that you can make sure that if a task is already running, you stop the existing instance. This is so you don't have multiple instances of the file opening up at the same time and reducing your hash rate. Sweet. So now it's all done. You will get a board like this, and if you want to make sure that that whole script worked correctly, just go right click on it and you click run, and then that should open your batch file. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait and see how long it takes for this to start. So I'm going to have this open here on the side, and we'll see how long that takes. I'll quickly shut this in Task Scheduler just so it knows that I'm idle. Awesome. So we're back. So it was a bit more than 1 minute. I'm not too sure exactly what task scheduler actually bases that off, but as you can see, it did start. It's probably just less than 5 minutes, but that's still a fairly reasonable time, just to make sure you're not actually working on anything. So yeah, you're able to set this up as well with any different type of miner. Just has to be a batch file to get similar results to what we were looking at before. And depending on what miner as well, you can also have it to have inbuilt overclocks, which would probably be something that we look into in my next video, because currently at the moment I can't do it with Casper, and my GPU actually runs quite hot on this junction temperature at 110 degrees. It's pretty spicy, but I changed that in Afterburner anyway, but that's okay. Awesome, cool. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys next time.